Welcome back, dear viewers. You're still watching Nile Cruise on Nile TV, and from a very special place here in Cairo, dear viewers, Aisha Fahmi Palace in Cairo, Zamalek. Dear viewers, from streets, cafes to rooftop bars to a stroll in a fish garden or by the Nile, Zamalek is the perfect island to explore in the middle of busy Cairo. Of all of Egypt's, of course, neighborhoods, Zamalek is likely to be the first to come to mind when thinking about the country's upper class areas. With its uncharacteristical green and quiet streets, Zamalek is a prime choice for those looking to take a stroll in otherwise hectic central Cairo. And to know more, dear viewers, about Zamalek's history and the landmarks, our prominent guest Rana Ihab, which is an antiquities researcher, is with us in today's episode of Nile Cruise. Dear viewers, and we always have the pleasure to have Rana with us. A very good day, Rana.
Thank you, dear. Thank you, and I'm happy always being here in Nile Cruise.
Rana, Gezira Island or Zamalek Island is of course, a very important island here in Cairo. In Zamalek, a man-made island that geologically is part of the west bank of the Nile River or the River Nile. How was it established?
Actually, the story of Zamalek Island started before hundreds of years ago. It's not started when Khedive Ismail came here, but actually it was established, the first one who established here the palace of Muhammad Ali Pasha, the founder of the Alawiyya dynasty here in Egypt. So at that time he started to build his palace around the amazing palace and the amazing gardens. Even the workers started to be here near to the ruler of Egypt. So from this point it started the great history or the main history of Zamalek Island. But before Muhammad Ali we have stories when the Ahmed ibn Toulon come here and he started his projects actually from here. So the story of the Zamalek Island started before the hundreds of years ago.
Rana, of course, Khedive Ismail originally developed the island in the 1860s as part of his extravagant preparations for the opening of the Suez Canal in 1869. Would you tell us more, please?
Khedive Ismail, when I talk about him, actually he is not only an ordinary king of Egypt in that time. Khedive Ismail, he want to market Egypt at all. So he's an ambitious man, he's a reader man, he is also a kind of a smart man. He wants all the world to look at his country, Egypt. For that reason, actually, he started to build amazing palace to welcoming the visitor who attend the opening of the Suez Canal at that time. So he decided to build an extraordinary palace that's mixed between all the palaces or the amazing palaces in the world, which is the Gezira Palace actually now. So he mixed between the Tuileries Palace and also the mix between the Alhambra Palace in Spain to create the masterpiece here to attend and welcoming all the emperor and kings here in Egypt.
Rana, why Gezira was called the Gardens of Plants?
Actually, because when Khedive Ismail decided to build his amazing palace here, he wanted to make things as unusual when the guest of honor Empress Eugenie attend here or come to Egypt. He started to build and export rare plants and rare animals to bought here in Egypt. So for that reason, we have a rare planet and a rare flowers here in the Zamalek Island. And the amazing thing about it, these trees and these planets and these flowers actually listed till this moment. So we have an amazing place in the Gezira, which is a fish garden. Actually includes a rare planets and rare trees from the time of Khedive Ismail. For that reason, we called this palace as this.
Wonderful. What is the architectural style of most buildings in Zamalek Island?
The architecture in Zamalek Island, it's look like the architecture in the Europe, because one of the dreams for Khedive Ismail to make this place or the Gezira or Cairo in general, Egypt in general, as a part from the European style in general. So we can go through the Zamalek Island street, we will find a building. It's not look like the other buildings here in Cairo, and the amazing and fantastic everything, you will find the description, a panel for each historical place, and you will know the history of this amazing palace or this amazing house, the most important people who are living in this building. And this is one of the historical projects in Egypt to preserve and to show our history for a wide range of the people.
Okay, Rana, what are some of the notable landmarks on Zamalek Island?
Zamalek Island, we have here, as we mentioned before, the Gezira Palace, which is built by Khedive Ismail at the beginning. We have here also the Cairo Opera House, one of the most important place, not only for Egypt, actually, it's important in all the world. It's holding the most famous operas singer in the world. They started from here, actually, in Egypt, in the Zamalek Island in general. And also we have the Cairo Tower, we have the mosques from the Islamic times, and we have museums. You can even go through the streets of Cairo, of Zamalek Island, as we mentioned, and read the history of the building on the panels that wrote.
Okay, wonderful. Can you provide information about the Cairo Tower, which is also in Zamalek, and its significance on Zamalek Island?
Actually, the Cairo Tower, if we look at the building itself, it looks like the lotus flower. And lotus flower, one of the samples for the ancient Egyptian, and actually is the taller than the Great Pyramid in Giza. It's around 187 meters, so it's very high. And at the top of this tower, you will find the rounded restaurant. You can take or eat your food, and through your eating your food, you will find the amazing of Cairo scenes. You will find the pyramids, you will find the historical Cairo, and also you can see the amazing and the things that related to the Nile River. You can see the sunrise from this tower. It's also an amazing place.
How does Zamalek Island contribute to the cultural scene of Cairo?
As we mentioned, it's actually, yes, this is actually related to the historical things in here, historical events actually that happened in this island here. And you can find the building, the palace, amazing palaces like what we are in now. So all of that showing the Egyptian history and showing the development of the Egyptian history, because when the people think about Egypt, they thought only about the ancient time and the ancient people, which is called pharaohs. But this is actually not true, because here in Zamalek Island we are showing the time of the royal family in Egypt, Alawiyya dynasty, and seeing how they prefer to build their palaces, the style of the building itself. It's a kind of related to the European, because Khedive Ismail actually studied and raised up in Europe in that time. So all of that is different thing that mixed between all culture in the world that happened in one place, and this is actually not locked in any place other.
What is the role of Zamalek Island in the sporting activities of Cairo?
Actually, because Zamalek is a kind of quiet place, so we can find the people who doing the skating and cycling around the place here. And now the sporting club hosting another different sports like volleyball, basketball for child, for the women, for the men, and different sports things here in Egypt. You can in the early morning you will find the people running around Zamalek Island and the street of Zamalek and the sports club also. So it's like the breath or the lung of the Cairo here in Zamalek.
Okay, Rana, as an archaeological expert, what are the other archaeological sites here in Zamalek that you can talk about or tell us more about?
Actually, one of the amazing places here, it's not an archaeological, it's a museum. It's now under restoration, so it's an amazing place. When we said in archaeology in general, we will going to a heritage tour, open heritage tour. So we are searching about a place like that. So through you are going on the Zamalek Island, you will find the palaces, you will find the tree, even the trees there. Actually, the trees here is become here before 155 years ago. So when you look at it, you can start analyze from where the street, it's how long is it actually, and also the mosques here. A lot of amazing places you can searching about it with you through your walking in the Zamalek Island. It's fantastic.
Rana, Ihab, archaeological artist. We always have the pleasure to have you with us in Nile Cruise in every different episode, of course, that's related to any archaeological site that we visit. Thank you very much for being with us in today's episode, Rana.
Thank you, dear. Welcoming you.
Dear viewers, stay tuned. We'll be back again with another segment. Don't go away.